In today's video, I'm going to be going over one of the most asked questions that I've ever gotten over the past 5 years of me being on social media. And that's, how can I predict the stock market accurately every single day? Now, a lot of people, they'll tell you that you can't find out what the market's going to do before it happens, but there are context clues within technical analysis that you can use on the daily time frame to actually figure this out. Now, I was always a person who said don't have bias when you're trading, but now, after the past 3 years of using this strategy, I've been able to predict the market 70% of the time before the move even happens. Now, 70% might not sound like a lot, but I promise you it's a lot better than what you're probably predicting the market at right now. Now, by the end of this video, you're going to be able to understand how to use daily bias on the daily time frame to figure out which direction the market's going to go and where it's going to. Combine this with my order block strategy and you will have a profitable trading system that you can utilize to make money every single day. So without further ado, I'm going to hop on the charts and I'm going to show you exactly from A to Z how to predict the markets every single day. So here we are on the charts. Now, I actually went ahead and I made a little whiteboard just to explain it a little easier, because I feel like people don't understand on the charts as much unless I break it down, then take you to the charts. So with daily bias, there's two things you want to see. There's a sweep and a close. There's two types of candle closes, a sweep and a close. Like I said, a sweep is when you are framing for a reversal. 99% of reversals happen when a candle sweeps the previous candle, right? So a sweep is acting for a reversal. A close equals continuation. Now stay and follow along, because by the end of this, I promise you're going to understand this a lot more. When it comes to daily bias, you're looking back 3 candles at most. What a lot of people think when it comes to daily bias or just the daily chart is that you need to look back through all this history of the candlesticks and see if we have levels from 2022 or like 2019. It's like, that's not the case. Look back 3 days at the most, the candle from yesterday and the candle before yesterday, not including today, right? So using yesterday's candle and the candle that was there before yesterday's candle, using those 2 candles, you can predict what will happen today. So over here in this example, today's candle hasn't formed yet. This green candle is yesterday's candle. This red candle is the candle before yesterday's candle. So yesterday's candle swept the previous day's candle. So according to our rules, this is framing for a reversal. So we should be looking for a move higher based off just this right here. And now if we continue along, you can see we swept that low and then we continued higher, right? We swept. Our bias today would have been bullish and we would have predicted the market properly. Literally as simple as that. Now let's look at candle closes. We have an example for sweeps and here's one for candle closes. As you can see, yesterday's candle closed above the day's prior's candle, right? So our bias would be bullish until one day we sweep a previous day's candle's high. And you can see every single day that the market closed above the previous day's candle, we continued higher until there's a sweep. From there, we're going to go into our checklist, right? So when it comes to daily bias, you need to ask yourself a few things. Number one, is there high impact news that day? You could utilize forexfactory.com and look for red folder news events for that trading day. News provides volatility into the marketplace that allows price to get from point A to point B with speed. And the best trades are the quickest trades that will take you from entry to exit very, very quickly, right? Number two, has the daily candle ran an old high or old low? So if yes to number two, target the previous day low if we took out the previous day high. And if we take out the previous day low, then you're going to target the previous day high. So I'm going to come back over here into our board. Over here, since we took out the previous day low, our target would now be the previous day high, which is this high right here. And you can see we go ahead and we hit that high and then we even close above it. So that is very bullish and our price target would have hit. Now, once you understand daily bias, we want to be able to actually trade with it as well. A lot of people will tell you daily bias make you think you can predict the market, but you still can't trade it. What you want to do is drop to the 15-minute or 5-minute and wait for a change in state of delivery to occur. Then you execute that setup on the 15-minute or 5-minute off the order block that creates a change in state of delivery, targeting a 2-to-1 risk to reward. So if we continue here on bearish daily bias, you can see we had swept the previous day high. So that means coming into today, we would be targeting this low. from there, you could see we swept yesterday's high, we swept the previous day high. Our target would have been this low, and we go ahead and hit it. Now, to actually take that execution, you will see over here, we had the previous day high marked out on the 5-minute time frame. Right here, we have a change in state of delivery. This would be your entry for short with a stop loss at that high, and you would target this low. Most traders, they're taught this is resistance. Once they see us break above, they start buying, and then what ends up happening is this entire move down happens, and then they're sitting there wondering, why didn't this trade work out? It's just because you guys have been taught wrong your entire lives. You need to understand bias. You need to understand how the market works with sweeps and closes, and then from there, your trading will improve significantly. Now let's move on to bullish daily bias. Bullish, we swept the previous day candle low. Our target would be the previous day candle high. From there, you could see we actually go ahead and hit that high. And in the example, you can see here's the previous day low. We have our change in state of delivery. This would be your entry. This low would be your stop loss, and you would target that previous day high. And from there, you get that entire move. Now, I want to show you a trade that I actually took with daily bias. Now, over here, you could see we swept the previous day high during market hours today. So today I waited for this high to get swept, and I looked for a downside move. Now, I didn't take a trade on the 5-minute. I went on to the 1-minute, and I was able to see this. I looked at, we swept that high. We had another high form here. We had a fair value gap over here and over here. Now, this would make up an order block with a fair value gap. So this right here is a fair value gap, and this right here is an order block. So we had two overlaying PD arrays, so the market had a really good chance of us rejecting here. And on the 2-minute, the order block is more prevalent. But you guys could see I took a short here, and we went to target this low, and we moved all the way down there. I honestly did take some off of my position at this previous low that we had put in, and I want to show you guys that trade. Now, this account that I'm showing you right now is a $1,000 account challenge. I took it from 1,000 to 1,800 in a few trading days, just compounding gains, and today was FOMC, and I want to break down that exact trade on that short and show you guys that I actually take these trades. As you can see on the 1-minute time frame, if I get over here, you'll see that when we traded into that order block, or that fair value gap and order block, I took a short, sold at this candle impulse down, and then the market obviously went toward take profit. And then the trade before that was using daily bias because we were taking out the highs. I longed on this inverse fair value gap, targeted that high, and I was able to catch two back-to-back good trades very easily. Now, I've used daily bias on every single trading day here, and you can see I've been winning more than I've been losing in terms of the specific days. My win rate is just 50%, just under 50%, and the main reason it's down is because of Friday, something I'm working on. But before Friday, it was a very high win rate, around 60%. But overall, the account is an 80% profit, which speaks for itself, especially since I've been trading and calling out all my trades while I'm screen sharing in the free Telegram. And if you want to join that, that's the first link in the description. It's not going to charge a single dollar, no credit card information, completely free. We have over 60,000 people in there. And I just wanted to show you guys this example of daily bias and show you guys that, hey, I really use these concepts that I'm teaching you, because most people, they don't use the concepts that they teach you and they just want to make YouTube videos. These are the results from daily bias. As you can see, I've predicted the market correctly for multiple days. I've only had 2 red days. One of them, this day, was honestly just a complete fluke. Our red day we had was only $38. This day I just tilted and completely went off the rails, but we were still green that week. We've been green every week of the challenge so far, and I expect to double this account by the middle of next week. It's going to be great, and I've been calling out all these trades in the free Telegram, so make sure you're in there. And yeah, I just wanted to show you guys the results of using daily bias so far. So if your stats, you know, if your green days if you don't have this many green days, if you have more red days than green days, definitely utilize this. And if you guys have any questions, leave them in the comments. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next one.